show people. I'm gonna walk up there. Okay. Yo, look at this water, by the way. Look at it. Oh my God, Michael. It is really cold. We wanted to take a minute to thank our friends at thebikerlawyers.com. If you're ever in an accident in Iowa or Minnesota, make sure to call and ride the recovery road with the Biker Lawyers. Hi guys. If you're new here, this is a little bit different than what we usually do on this channel. This is the epic documentation of Michael and I's 25-day cross-country trip from the East Coast to the West Coast and back. If you're new here, I'm Meg. This is our moto vlog. It follows my journey on two wheels. Michael, Cameraman, comes along with me, and sometimes a bunch of our friends join us in our two-wheeled adventures. If you haven't already, it would mean so much to both of us if you would go ahead and subscribe. Like I said, this isn't our typical format for videos, but I wanted to do something big because this trip was big. It was by far the longest trip we've ever taken on two wheels. It was also the most amazing. 8,000 plus miles ridden, 19 states ridden through, 75 to 100 gas stops. Thank you, Squid Monster. 22 different roofs slept under. 9 loads of laundry. 10 national parks visited. Miraculously, 0 speeding tickets. 1 service stop. And 1 flat tire less than 80 miles from home. But we made it. We are so excited to take you guys along with us. This first part of our journey is after we left Sturgis. We rode up into Montana with the intention to ride Beartooth Pass and then ride north and visit Glacier several days later. This is us in Red Lodge, which is the town right before you ride Beartooth Pass. For those of you who don't know, Beartooth Pass is a famous motorcycle road leading into Yellowstone National Park. Okay, we're about to ride Beartooth. It is about 60 degrees in August.
Possible rain.
But hopefully it'll be beautiful. Guys, spoiler alert, it was beautiful and it was totally worth a detour. Initially, we had just planned to go from Sturgis to Glacier National Park because Mike really wanted to see Glacier. Another spoiler alert, Glacier did not disappoint, and I am so glad that that was on Michael's bucket list. But honestly, I think I liked Beartooth Pass more than I liked any of the rides in Sturgis, even Needles Highway, which Michael and I both thought was just out of this world and amazing. But Beartooth Pass was just so beautiful, so many curves. It was not very crowded when we were there, which I thought was surprising, but could have been on account of the weather, which you can see the menacing clouds pulling in. We actually faced a lot of rain that day, and you're about to see some of the most crazy and extreme weather ever for August, early August. I don't know if that typically happens from time to time in Montana, But dang, for us Marylanders, it was truly out of the ordinary. A number of folks have asked me, why we rode through so much weather on the trip. And frankly, the fact that we had ridden almost all the way across the country to see some of these things just meant that we weren't going to let the weather deter us. Short of a hurricane or short of a monsoon, we were going out there and we were going to live life and we were going to see all of the things. It's true that riding in the rain is not as great as not riding in the rain, but I would still take weather to see these out of this world views than not seeing them. So we did not even know fully what we were in for at this point, but you guys are about to see. Guys, it is so amazing, but also look at the sky, and it just started thundering. So, we're good. It's cool. We're good. Guys, it was beautiful, but that sky was starting to look seriously menacing. We didn't want to stop. Specifically, I had checked the weather before we started, and I knew that the storm was chasing us. So I was sort of determined to continue and try to stay ahead of the storm, because I had a little inkling that it probably wasn't the very best thing ever for us to be at about 10,000 feet, give or take, and be struck by lightning. So that was in the back of my head, but I still did not want to miss a single thing. And as I was doing it, the video really doesn't do it justice to how incredibly beautiful it was. I think that of all the states we visited, Montana has my heart, and Michael and I both agree. just so incredibly beautiful in an unexpected way for us. So those of you from Montana, we loved it.
It's hailing.
So as you can see, riding through all of that weather paid off because we were rewarded by the most beautiful sights ever. After we hit the peak of Beartooth Pass, we had the pleasure of riding down sort of the other side where you can see the entire beautiful road in front of you. And it literally looked like something that I've seen online or out of magazines in Switzerland or something. And I've heard plenty of people tell me how much they love Utah, how much they love Colorado, Arizona, and how beautiful those places are. But I feel like you just don't hear the same thing about like Montana and Wyoming. And really, it is so deserving because it was breathtaking. Everything from sort of this southernmost point of Montana where it crosses into Wyoming with Beartooth Pass and Yellowstone to northern Montana and Glacier where it touches Canada. I was just blown away. And if it wasn't so cold most of the year, because I'm not a cold person, I would consider trying to live out some of my later years in Montana. And I still might visit there frequently because I fell in love with it. So I hope that you guys are as taken by the scenery as we are. I get a lot of people commenting saying that some of our content is fluff content, but truly our travel vlogs, motovlogs are my favorite, but they usually don't get as much traction and as many views as some of our other content. So I am just hoping that you guys see into my heart and Michael's heart through these videos of going across the country, because we both just love moto travel. It is our favorite thing, and we would do it full time if we didn't have bills and responsibilities and children and businesses, because this is where my heart is, guys. All right, y'all, we're off, heading from Livingston, which is near Yellowstone, to Glacier. So I'm really bummed. We accidentally rode through Yellowstone and the GoPro was dead. And we saw a bear, which was like Michael's dearest ambition. That's right. We saw all sort of buffaloes. Were those things antelope? What were those?
I don't know what they were.
Some sort of deer, antelope creatures. So awesome. But Beartooth Pass was amazing, and we got footage from that. So
It's a great ride.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to show you our glacier footage. Apparently, you need a permit or something. I don't know. Anyway, more on that later. Guys, something else that struck me about Montana was how diverse the landscape was. There was some plains, there was mountains and canyons, and just all of it was beautiful. I have some bad news though, guys. Do you see the smudge on the screen? I think that happened during the hail. Unfortunately, we didn't notice it for quite some time. Michael said something to me about it when we got to California, which I brushed off. And now I wish I hadn't, because a lot of our footage from the 8,000 miles that we took on this trip has some blurry parts. I have since replaced the GoPro, but I was majorly bummed because it was without a doubt the trip of a lifetime, bucket list type of thing, and I wish that all of our footage was the best quality. However, we're still going to take you along to everywhere cool that we went, and it is still very enjoyable, and I appreciate you guys coming along on our lifelong dreams and bucket list trip. So, everyone's always told me that this bike eats oil, and I asked Michael to check it, and it's yesterday, and it was super low. Slow again. So, I'm making an appointment when we get to California in a couple days for us to have service. Michael might need a new tire, but
Definitely need a new tire.
until we get there, just checking it every day. Oh, you know what I need to do before we leave? Figure out what that red dot indicator light is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a security thing.
I think it is too, but it keeps coming on and off. Okay.
Right. Now you gotta find something to wipe your oil stick with, since you put it on the ground.
Walmart receipt it is.
There you go. Better than nothing.
Okay.
And put it in there, close all the way down.
And then check it.
Well, no, you gotta start the bike. Let it run for a sec. Do some jumping jacks. There you go.
Maybe I don't need heated gear. Did I not?
You don't need heated gear.
Right, am I good now? And then check it again.
Pull it out and wipe it. Pull it out.
That's above there, right?
Yep, we're better.
Okay.
And you got an extra one, right?
Yeah. I'll find the space for it. I'd rather. Guys, we had a heck of a time finding motorcycle oil.
We should have just brought some with us. That's what we'll do next time.
Yeah, but
Well, it's just out here in Montana. There ain't. You got
like
40,
it
50
being
miles in
the way it
between.
is, yeah. Like at home, we could almost always get an Advance Auto.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Walmart or something. All right.
All right. On the Glacier.
Guys, we had another mishap in Montana. As we were riding north to Glacier, Mike took a rock to his temple, we think. I guess it could have been some sort of insect that stung him. But it left his face, specifically his left eye, a little worse for the wear. Here's some pictures of it. But let me tell you guys, it didn't slow him down at all. He continued to ride, well, mostly at all. You saw the picture of the ice on his eye, but very few people would have been such a trooper. He ended up riding Glacier like that. He continued to go, did not even ask to take an extra day. So thank you very much to Michael for being such a trooper, despite having a beat up looking face for a day or two. This is the pizza place, but it's closed today. I don't know why. But then after this is a souvenir shop. And then a little grocery shop. This was us the next morning. You can see Mike's eye almost swollen shut, eating breakfast in East Glacier. The breakfast was fantastic, and East Glacier was such a cute little town, I think significantly less touristy than West Glacier, and so we enjoyed that. For those of you that have not looked into or know nothing about Glacier National Park, it is one of the most popular national parks in the country. It is now by reservation only, so for August, I believe you had to reserve a spot in either February or March, and I wasn't sure yet at that time when exactly, like what days we would be visiting Glacier. So I read that they were going to make tickets available on a daily basis, only a few tickets, like 3 or 4 days before you would visit the park. So I was depending on that until I started doing some further research, or rather Lauren, for those of you who are regular viewers, know my best friend Lauren, did some research for me and said that if we stayed on a Glacier property, we would automatically have a way to get in the park. So that is what we ended up doing. Unfortunately, that only gave us access to the most famous road in Glacier, especially for motorcyclists, the Going to the Sun Road. We only had access for one vehicle, with our reservation. So we ended up parking my bike at the Glacier property that we were staying at, which was on the East Glacier side, and then riding the Going to the Sun Road to up there and back. It was one of the coolest adventures of our life. We did not bring the GoPro with us that day because there's actually people that were policing all of the riding footage that you take while you're in Glacier. So unfortunately, we don't have GoPro footage. I do have a little footage that I took from the back. It's not in the right orientation, but I decided to include it anyway because, guys, Glacier was the single most beautiful, magical, amazing place that I've ever been to in my life. And I would go back every year if I could. So this little bit of footage that we have for you guys, I hope you enjoy it because this was truly Mike and I's favorite thing. In all the states we visited, in all the truly amazing and breathtaking things in the 10 national parks, not a single one could top the time that we had in Glacier National Park. If you're thinking about doing it, just do it. Hi guys.
Hi.
You know what? I decided for the people that don't like me to say hi guys, I don't care. I'm just gonna say it anyway.
Good. It's about time.
And I'm having ice cream in West Glacier. It was like just about one of the coolest things I've ever done in my life.
Pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
The waterfalls and all of it.
That water, the mountain, like the lakes, all the flowers, so many wildflowers.
There were a lot of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
There was a red one.
Which made me happy. Alright. Well, stay tuned.
Yes, man.
Hey there. So, we're in Glacier. I really wanted to get a swim in the water. And then the guy over there, it rained on us. But I am still getting in this water. I'm already shivering and shaking. And I know what a bad idea this is.
Yeah, I'm slipping.
Oh, we can wait out the storm under here.
We'll be here for about 6 hours, huh?
Oh, man. We did not plan this well.
Oh man, she's going for it.
Bottoms only.
Huh?
Bottoms only. Nobody's around, right?
No.
I'll be getting these pants back on. I don't know. Quit swimming. Glacier. God damn it, I'm going to swim.
Do whatever it takes, huh?
Right. Looking for the dry spot. Under that rock, I think. What do you think? I might need a hand.
Oh shit.
Bad as I was suspecting. Oh. I need to show people. I'm gonna walk up there. Okay. Yo, look at this water, by the way. Look at it. Oh my god, Michael. It is really cold. Guys, do you see how completely freaking beautiful this is? Look at this shit. Hopefully I don't slip and die. It's a possibility. But hold on. It is so still and freaking clear and beautiful. Oh my god. Even in the rain. Holy shit. Oh guys, I'm up to like my knees and it is freezing. But look at that. Look at that. Alright, hold on, wait. Holy shit, we're dirty as... Oh, get out.
Yeah.
Just, you hear shit all the time about how Colorado and Utah, you gotta ride them, but you never hear shit about Montana.
Montana.
My favorite place we've ever been.
Gnarly.
I truly hope that you guys enjoyed part 1 of the Meg's Motorcycle Journey movie, Journey Through America with us, and I cannot wait to bring you the rest of our adventure. Thank you guys for your support. We would never have been able to go on this once-of-a-lifetime trip without you. Thank you, Squid Monster. Thank you, Saddleman. Thank you to everyone that made this happen. Ride safe, guys.